RA is someone who wears many different hats. There's many different roles an RA takes on, and their job is really never done.
One of the hardest questions is what an RA is, because like we're so much, and like it's hard to like put it all together.
An RA is someone who is a support system for the residents within their residence hall.
And an RA is someone who fosters community.
An RA is someone who's just always ready to go.
What I believe to be an RA is someone who's organized, responsible, and is good at keeping things in order.
An RA wears many hats. They play the role of an educator, a disciplinarian, a counselor, a role model.
An RA is someone who helps the residents feel comfortable, to put it quite frankly.
An RA is basically a leader. They enforce policies in their residence hall, and they act also as a peer mentor for their residents.
An RA is a resident assistant, and mainly what we do is we build community within the hall, which can mean a lot of different things.
An RA is someone who inspires others, and someone who is a role model.
An RA is a mentor, a friend, somebody for students to look up to.
As a role model, it doesn't mean that you have to do everything perfect. Sometimes your mistakes actually inspire others to do things correctly, or inspire others to be better, inspires yourself to be better as well.
To me, an RA is someone who is a team player who tries to be just generally supportive of their residence hall.
An RA is someone who isn't really afraid to go out of the way to help someone else.
You will be challenged with things and not always be able to do it, which is why you have a staff, and you learn to ask for help and learn to also stand on your own if you need to.
They're enthusiastic, they're willing to learn, willing to take on different challenges.
You're really like the first line for especially new students.
It's something that's very important to just meet people that they're going through a different experience, and they're kind of like looking up to you as that role model, as that guide.
I work with a lot of freshmen, and so for them it just reminds me that I'm their first RA, their first college RA.
And I think as an RA you get to be that first person besides the people that you meet during orientation, to just try to get to know them a little bit more, make them more comfortable with being on campus, and being more comfortable with themselves too.
I feel like it's something for the students to go to if there's anything really good, like they can celebrate. So it's always good to have somebody that they can go to in the really good times and the triumphs that they see too.
Once you're an RA, you really are an RA 24/7, so it's a lot to ask of a person.
Our number one priority is safety, so we do make sure that our hall is in compliance with our rules. We conduct health and safety checks on people's rooms, but more importantly, we just make sure that the building is up and running properly.
I feel like there's a reputation of RAs get people in trouble and RAs are out to get you all the time, but really we care a lot about what goes on behind all of that stuff.
We put on programs, we keep the building flowing, we keep everything under control.
An RA does a lot of work that goes unseen.
We try to really build an aura or an atmosphere in our environment and really try to make everybody feel at home and comfortable.
We're obviously in the office, but we're obviously always thinking about what can I do for my residents, what's the next program we're going to do, how can I handle things that are happening right now that maybe other people won't thank us for, but we'll know will help.
You always want to try and see when you're in a leadership position if you can have an impact on individuals, but at the end of the day you realize, wow, they also have an impact on me.
I think we get well thanked for what we do, especially in terms of just seeing some of the residents and how they react to seeing you. That's enough of a reason to feel good about what you're doing.
New Paltz is a really special place, and I think so much of that is thanks to RAs who live on campus, and they are around, they get to know students, they check in with them, and they really make this feel like such a special place and a home for people to live.